All right, all right. Hello, everyone, and welcome to A Father's Note. I am where we promote fathers through building men. I am your host, Mr. Lionel Nelson, and to my left is my co-host tonight, Mr. Ken Fillmore. And I tell you, we have an exceptional program for you tonight, and we just want to talk about some things. Now, before y'all get, take your head down and all that, think I done lost my religion or whatever. No, I haven't, bro. There's a reason that I played that tune, and I'm sure that many of you know exactly what that is all about. And let me just say, this is just a little satire, but we're going to get to that. We're going to get to that question about whether or not you're a bad girl or a good girl, as well as whether or not you know the language of love for a man. But before we get to that, again, I appreciate you all taking the time to stop by and to spend time with us on this evening. But before we get into the topic of tonight, I just want to share some testimonies, because what we do here on this platform called The Father's Note, it is to bring change. It is to share information, knowledge, and maybe some wisdom nuggets that you can pull from the show that could be beneficial not only to your life as a man, as a father, as a husband, but also to our women, because it's no doubt we have a lot of women viewers on this platform. And I just want to give shout out to the ladies. Thank you so much for you making A Father's Note what it is today. But I've been getting testimonies, and I want to share at least two with you tonight, because again, for me, it's been very encouraging, as well as to my wife, and I'm sure it has been encouraging to many of you. So let me just share these testimonies, and then we're going to get right into our show. But there was one viewer. They sent this to me. They said, to Mr. and Mrs. Nelson, just wanted to let you know how much Father's Note has impacted my husband and I since watching the podcast every Sunday, especially from this year. Our perspective of marriage, intimacy, and sex is changing and making us better people because of it. Thank you and your love. Thank you for your love, transparency, conversations, and consistency. You are changing lives and mindset. And thank you so much. I appreciate you sharing the love with us on that. Okay. I have another viewer. They wrote this to me. They said, love you, bro. You are doing a phenomenal job. Keep ministering. You are bringing emotional healing and hitting those areas where people hide and never get deliverance. God wants us whole and totally healed for his purpose and glory. We're always praying for you and your wife. Thank you very much, Mr. Viewer. Appreciate that. Yes. All right. Okay, so now a lot of you have seen what you watched. Many of you have watched our podcast, the show from last week, where we had my wife. She hosted the show along with some beautiful ladies. As a matter of fact, one of them was my co-host tonight's wife, Miss Katia, I'm sorry, Miss Katia Fillmore. She was on the show on last week. And they talked about a woman's perspective on sex, intimacy, and love. And I just want to do a real recap on that. So, bro, you got anything you want to say so far before I get into that?
Well, no, you can push through. I just wanted to comment, on the testimony. See, that's what we're doing this for. That's what it's all about. And I do appreciate, the testimonies that are coming forth. So y'all keep them coming. Continue to watch, and we'll continue to be consistent and bring you more things to come.
Yes. It's no doubt. Listen, sometimes I question. I'm gonna be very honest. Sometimes I wonder if we are making a change, if we are being impactful. Because I just don't want us to do it just to be doing it, but I'm doing it first of all out of the obedience to God, because this is what God has laid on my heart to do. So I'm just yielding to His leading. But yet at the same time, though, it's encouraging when individuals or people, I get texts, I get calls at times. Hey, thank you so much, appreciate you. But I just thought that it would be very kind and beneficial to start sharing those testimonies with you all. So I agree with you, Mr. Ken. Listen, audience, just continue to share comments. We appreciate you all for everything that you're doing and for your support tremendously. Okay, but let's get into the recap of last week's show, where the ladies was on. They was talking about a woman's perspective on sex, intimacy, and love. You know, of course, they talked about sex, and I'm just gonna give some quick bullet points here. It said that the purpose of sex was to become one or to exchange oneness. Okay, that was good. And they also shared with us that we need to talk about. Let me see if I wrote this right. Talk about sex too. Oh yes, that is beneficial, especially as couples, that you talk about sex to avoid any false expectations. That was really good. They also mentioned that you should teach each other how to love. Now, when I heard that, to be honest, that was something really new for me. And I'm like, wow, I never thought about that. And really, that's sometimes I think that you can share some thoughts on this as well, bro. I think that sometimes we do go into relationships, and especially once we get married, that we have certain expectations when it comes down to sex. And then if it's not what we think or thought of from past relationships, you know, and I think that brings a lot of division in those areas. What do you say to that?
Right. I totally agree. This is something that me and my wife, you know, talked about intensely, because, you know, when you're in previous relationships, you tend to bring some of those things into your marriage unknowingly.
Right.
And if you don't talk about it, if she doesn't tell you or you don't tell her what you like or what you dislike, then it can potentially become a problem in the marriage. You know, you don't want to do something that makes her uncomfortable. She doesn't want to do something that makes you uncomfortable. So you have to talk about these things, you know, and put everything on the table. And the name of the game is transparency and truth. You have to be transparent and truthful with each other.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I that was a good nugget. I really felt that. And then also one of the guests said that performance is not the goal. Performance is not the goal. I'm like, wow. I never thought about that. That's great, though. That was good. So then they went on, they talked about intimacy. They shared that intimacy starts with communication, no condemnation with communicating. Intimacy is a spiritual connection, of course. Intimacy is serving. Intimacy is honor. When your wife said that about the serving part, I'm like, wow. Yeah. Serve. Yeah. Like, now that was deep. That was a deep statement, bro. That was really good. Okay, intimacy is deeply knowing yourself so you can know the other. Also, it says that you have to have an intimate relationship with God. And that was really good as well. That was good. And I think that's going to kind of lead to where I want to go tonight when we have this conversation talking about the language of love for a man. That a man wants from a woman. Okay. Then they talked about love. Just some real quick bullet points here. It says that to know love is to know God. It says that perfect love, it casts out sin. It says and your wife said this again, if serving is beneath you, then you are not ready to be a knife. What you got to say on that, brother? Because she backed it up with, she said, be a wife, not a knife. I'm like, whoa, man.
Hey, listen, I love my wife.
I'm sure you do. I love mine as well. But I just want to encourage any ladies out there or husbands, wives, fathers, listen, go back and watch the show, because I tell you, I watched it about 4 or 5 times, man, because then it was so interesting that every time I went back and I listened to it, I heard something that I didn't hear before. And I'm telling you, that is so impactful. So again, I want to give a shout out to the ladies for their contribution to our show on our last show. Thank you so much. Yes. Come on, get them some hearts, everybody. Get them some hearts. And if you're on the show tonight, please share this with someone, reach out, contact. Y'all know how to do all that stuff. I'm not really into all that stuff, but y'all know what to do. Just get the word out, let them know. So now, here we go, bro. Let's get into the meat of tonight's show. All
Okay.
right.
No.
What the language of love a man wants from a woman. And I can tell you right now, ladies, okay, y'all don't know. A lot of you all do not know the language of love for a man. And it's interesting because it was something that the lady said last week. And I'm gonna be straight. You know, my wife, she said it. She said, especially when it mentioned about the sex, you know, that man wants it all the time. Well, let me tell y'all something. So me and my brother here, we did a survey, okay? We did a survey because I want to know, and what I did in the survey is that I wrote down 4 things that I thought that was important to a man from a woman. Now, I want y'all to understand what we're saying here. See, what is going wrong, ladies, is that y'all always talking about how you want the man to love you. So in essence, if you want him to love you the way you want him to love you, so then what that means is that you want the man to conform to you. And that's not how it was designed. It was not designed that way for us to conform to you. I know I'm going to hit some nerves tonight, but that's okay. Y'all going to be all right in a minute because I'm going to help you all because I want you. Listen, I'm tired of you being single. I don't want to see you single no more. I don't want to see you without a man. And then you know what? Let me tell you something. If you feel that there is a shortage of men, if you feel that there is a shortage of men, then guess what? You ought to be able to get the cream of the crop. If you know what you're doing, if you know that man's language, if you know his language of love. So now here it is. We did the survey, and the survey was this here. I'm gonna put it up. So again, we asked my brother as well as we asked about 100 or so men each. Okay, maybe more. And this was the question. We sent the 2 of them, and we asked them to give us what was important to them. And we gave them 2 choices, 2 options. All right. So the question was, what is the language of love a man wants from a woman? And as you can see, number 1 is submission. Number 2, respect. Number 3, affirmation. And number 5, other. Now, ladies, those of you that are watching, I want you to put in the comments right now, which one of these got the most votes? I'm going to give y'all a little minute. Let me give y'all, where my soundtrack at? I need to play that Bad Girl soundtrack again. And I want to, come on, I put it in the comment. Okay, I see we got one respect. Ms. D said respect. Anybody else? Brothers, I don't want y'all to respond now because I'm trying to help y'all. Okay, we got another respect. Anything else? Come on, ladies. Okay, we got a respect. Oh, man, y'all bringing it now. Okay, we got sex for men. Oh, okay. Let me see. I'm trying to keep up now. You got another respect. Okay, what we got over here? See, I'm going with respect. All right, any more? Come on. Put them in the chats, put them in the comments. Let us know. I know some of y'all, because listen. All right, so we broke this thing down. Any others? Any more comments? But I appreciate you all. For those of you who did chime in. All right. Now, this is what we came up with. All right. Now, let me stay on track here. Yeah, I don't want to. Okay, so this I'm going to put it up anyway because this is before I had to redo the slide. Check that out, y'all. Look at that. What do y'all see? What do you see is the number 1 thing that a man wants you to do in order to show your love for him? And how many of you all struggle with that? So listen, as a matter of fact, so this was my numbers This was what the numbers I initially had with my brother here, but then we had to go back and do some recalculation. All right. Now, out of approximately 185 guys, 37% said submission. 37% said submission. Y'all struggle with that. Y'all know y'all do. You know why y'all struggle with that? Because y'all don't even understand what submission is. So you want a man, but you're not ready to submit to him. You gonna help me out, bro? You're not, because why? You know why you can't submit to him? Because you don't understand what submission is. So y'all think that submission means that, oh, he gonna lord over me, he gonna tell me what to do, and I can't do this, and I ain't gonna have no man talking to me any kind of way. You know why you saying that? Because that's your mindset, because you're gonna talk to him any kind of way.
Right.
I'm trying to help you, ladies. You jump, bro. You can jump in anytime you get ready now.
Okay, let me say this.
Yeah, let me back that up there a little bit. Come on, because we got to get to the rest of this, man. Come on.
Women, you need to understand that your meekness is your strength.
Come on.
And this is something that we understand. We understand that you being meek doesn't mean that you are weak.
Hold on, bro. Hold your thought, bro, because somebody just posted a comment here. I got to come at it now. This is go come back. They said, "Oh Lord, this must be for the single folks." Oh no, it's not. Oh no, it's not. It ain't got no. It's about whether you single, whether I'm talking whether you're married, whether you want to be married. You're not exempt. Right. You're not exempt. Now the question was, are you a good girl or are you a bad girl? That's what the question is. Go ahead, bro. Go ahead, bro. I apologize, man. I done got wide here now, man. I done got wide here. Come on.
No, I was just saying that, men understand that, you being meek does not necessarily mean that you're weak. We understand that that's a strength. In the word, it says, use your womanly wiles, when it comes to gaining things with your mate. And sometimes men, we're bright, but not always. Certain things we don't catch. And I'll use my wife as an example. Mm-hmm. My wife, she submits. She definitely submits. But when she wants something, she's a strategist. And that's what I mean by using her womanly wiles. Now, she said something to me, and I understood it because these are words that I use every day. Mm-hmm. And she wanted something. And the way she came to me was, she said, you know what, baby, whatever it is, I'm going to walk with you and I'll go hard in the paint anytime that you have opposition.
Wow.
And I looked at her and I was like, what does she know about? That's a basketball term. Going hard in the paint, mm-hmm. And I'm like, what does she know? She don't even watch basketball, but she took the time to go and look, study, and understand. And then she came to me and used it in the right context.
Right.
But she didn't come at me yelling. Uh-huh. She didn't come at me screaming. She didn't point the finger, and it made me understand something about her.
Right.
Right. And now I know, not only do I have my wife with me, but I have a partner, and that's how we're going to walk. We're going to walk.
Bro, don't get ahead of me. Don't get ahead of me, bro. Don't get ahead of me. Let me go back to something here real quick. Let me see. Where's that? Oh God, where's she at? All right. So Ms. Carville said, I'm not typing fast enough. We not girls, we grown women. What you say, you absolutely are. Listen, the term girls is just a satire phrase, you all. It's just a satire phrase based on the track that I played in the beginning. Y'all, I'm sure y'all familiar with Usher, Bad Girl. So that's all it is. That's all it was. I don't mean, ladies, don't take it personal. I know you are women. I know that for a fact, okay? But yeah. But listen, bro, you talking some good stuff there, man. Let's go pick this survey up again. Now, the second was respect. All right. So out of Out of 185 guys that were surveyed, respect got a 159% vote.
Yeah.
Respect. That was the number one thing that we want from you women. Respect us. Affirmation was 72%. And guess what sex got, you all? Guess what sex got? Oh, they gotta have it all the time. Oh, they gotta have it this way. They gotta have it that way. Ooh, just get on my nerve. They just gotta have sex. Help me. Hey, listen, ladies.
Wrong.
Sex only got 29%. 29% sex. Oh. See, y'all think that's what's on a man's mind. That's what y'all think of him. That is all about the sex, and it's not. What you got to say, bro?
No, it's definitely not. You know, I mean, sex is important. I mean, if you go back and you listen to the ladies, it's definitely important. And if you listen to the ladies, they're going to tell you that it's important. They talked about the whole thing was about sex. Each woman that was on there. Now, I don't know if y'all heard the term turn table. That table sure enough turned when those ladies were talking.
I gotta protect them now. Now they were thorough. They didn't come at us or anything of that nature. But what it is, listen. Those ladies that was on the platform, bro, they understand, and I'm sure that there were many others there. They understand their role as wives. They understand their role as women. And you know, even Miss Charlie said, you know, she didn't say it this way, but I'm gonna say it the way it come to me. You got hot men, they got high nature, and you got women that are high nature. There's just no question about it, but it doesn't make it wrong. But what I'm saying is, my whole thing is that, listen, y'all got us mixed up. Sex is not what is on our mind. What is on our mind, and according to the survey, as you can see, is the fact that you respect us for who we are. Just respect us as a man.
Right.
Simple as that. Whether or not I'm tall, short, skinny, fat, got teeth, no teeth, bald head, hair, you know, whether we have, you know, we got a low paying job, a high paying job, just respect us for who we are. Yeah. Simple as that. Give us the respect. Give us the respect. Okay, so listen, let me do this here real quick. For those of you that can't text fast enough, but you want to call in and comment, they go to number. Y'all better jot it down because they ain't gonna be there very long. Okay, you can call us in. Call in 954-559-9300. And if you got any other comments or questions, please, and you want to remain anonymous, you can DM me on my Facebook page, and we will definitely get to your questions there. All right? So that's what we got for you. Now, let me tell y'all something. You got anything you want to say? Because I'm getting ready to shift this thing a little bit, bro. Oh, hold on. This was that was a set of high text. Oh, you ain't got to be afraid. Okay. What'd you say? Let's see. Oh, no teeth. We're going to the dentist. Absolutely. Let me. These comments are coming, bro. And see, a lot of men don't want to get with you single if you're not having sex. And you know that. Listen, there's a truth to that. But that says something about you. You got high morals and values. Okay, but guess what? I also tell my girls this: a man can't go no further than a woman let him.
Exactly.
If he goes further than what she allowed, then it's rape then. But you don't have to, you don't just because you so deep, because now let me see, I almost lost my train of thought there. That's the word I want to say. Because you're so desperate, you compromise. We got a lot of women that have compromised because they so desperate for a man. Right. So then what happens then? Well, hey, let me go on. I got another cop. Let's see here. So how is sex not on the mind?
Was that a comment from a lady?
Yeah. So how is sex not on the mind?
We're not saying that sex is not on the mind, but what we're saying is sex is not as important as you think it is. To men, respect is what men need.
It's what
just like women need love, men need respect. That's how we're designed.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Real talk, women want sex more than men. It may be true. And it may be vice versa. Okay. So this is what just came back to my mind and to the comment about we girls. So check this out. So when I was I was in the production, I was putting the track together, and I always got to run stuff by my wife, see get her opinion on it, get her thoughts on it. Y'all keep coming with the questions. We're gonna get to the questions in the message. Okay. This is a good question here. It's saying, what is the age group of the men that participated in the survey? I can tell you right now, I'm going to say from 20 as far as to 60 plus. I didn't know every young man, whether they were young, middle age, or old, that was in my phone. I sent them that text. And the majority of them did respond. That's what it was. I didn't only hit those that was 40 years old. What about you, bro? What about you?
Yeah, I agree. My age group was 28 to 55.
There you go. There you go. There you go. Okay, so now going back, I was putting the track together. Let me show y'all something here. And then there's something else I want to point out, because I want to help you all in what you all are looking for, as far as what you're looking for. If you want a man, if you want a husband, I ain't gonna say you want a man. No, he's a man anyway, but you want a husband. For those of you who want a husband, you single, you want a husband. For those of you who have a husband, but y'all ain't like that there. We're gonna see if we can help y'all tonight. Okay. So now I was putting this track together. And I played it for my wife, right? So then she saw on the end where I had the flyer where it says that, which are you, bad girl, a good girl? You know what my wife response was? She said, I'm both, baby. He went backing it up, man. Oh, I done messed y'all up. Hey. Oh, wait a minute, bro. Let me catch up with these questions. Okay, yeah. Oh, excuse me. Let me get some of these questions. Okay, let me see. Here's a question here. Let me see what this question is. Is it wrong for a woman to decline sex from her husband if the intimacy is not there? General question. Oh, wow, that's a good one.
That is a good one.
Let me tell you. So basically, if I understand this question, what she's saying is, if the feelings, and if I am incorrect, help me out here, Miss McKnight. If the feelings of connection is not there, let's say as it was in the beginning, are you wrong for declining sex with him just because, or you feel you're obligated because he is, quote unquote, your husband? Text me a yes if that's correct. Text me a yes if that's correct. Okay, I want to make sure I understand that. All right. Oh, she said I'm both. That's right. My wife says she both and she is. She know when to be a good girl, and she know when to be a bad girl.
Amen.
Oh man, I do love the bad girl side of us sometimes, man. hey, y'all. Okay, we still saved over here. We still saved. Okay. All right. Let me see what else. I think it was more questions here. All right, man. I ain't never sweat on this. I'm sweating so much over here. I ain't never sweat on this show before, man.
You know, can I respond to that?
Yes.
To that question that was just asked?
Yeah, then I'm gonna follow you on that. That's the question right there. I'm gonna follow you on that.
You know, that's a teachable moment. That's a conversation. That's a moment where you and your husband become one. Because now you communicate to your husband, you know, I feel this way, and why you feel that way. You know, because in that survey, we had sex, submission, respect, affirmation, but we had others.
We had others. As a matter of fact, I have
Others
here.
is what kind of it sometimes goes over women's head, and that's emotional intimacy. Men want that, but it's passed over by women.
Talk to us, bro.
And I don't understand why, because a woman wants that as well. They want intimacy, but a man wants emotional intimacy, and where he can be truthful, where he can be transparent, where he can trust his mate with everything in him.
That's it.
He wants that.
And I think it also goes with the fact that can he be vulnerable in that moment? Right. Can he safely be vulnerable? Can he cry on your shoulders? Can he show his emotional side without you judging him, without you condemning him?
Exactly.
All right, I got another question here, bro. This was good. This here, it says that, wow, so why is it that women think men only want sex? Are they only using it as a form of communication because they don't know how to speak with their spouse? Wow. You just said it, bro.
Yeah.
You just said it. And the ladies said it last week. They said it. And you know what? And it's about communication. It's about communication. And I heard that even when we had the Halls on, you know, Mr. Hall, he said he went to his wife. He said, baby, teach me how to love you. Teach me how to love you. And you're right. That is a teachable moment. But see, y'all, listen, and I'm not trying to come hard at you ladies, but untwist your mind. See, you all don't want to do the work. You all don't want to do what you were created to do. And that is to help that man achieve whatever he needs to achieve in his life that's going to benefit you. But no, y'all want it microwaved. You know, hey, listen, I think I'm going to have this microwave dinner, macaroni and turkey with gravy and some mixed vegetables, and you throw it in the microwave, you throw it on 5 minutes and you take it out and then you're ready to eat. No, listen, let me tell y'all something. Listen, in case you all didn't know, keep coming with the comments now. I'm going to get to the questions area. But listen, we need work. If we didn't need work, first of all, we didn't need you, God wouldn't have never gave Adam Eve. But he knew, bro, listen, I can't leave my bride here. I know he's the king of the jungle, king of the land, but he can't run this by himself. I got to give him some help. But see, some of y'all act just like the mindset of Eve, instead of acting like, let me see who in the Bible was submissive to their husband. Let me see here.
Who was that?
I'm trying to think. Mary. Y'all need to be some Marys. I'm sorry, y'all. Let me see. This comment here. Y'all need to be some Marys and not stop acting like Eve. Y'all see the chaos Eve done caused because she would not submit to her husband. See, create it. The intimacy you desire, right? Create the intimacy you desire. Let God move you and lead you to a place where you can come together with your spouse. Thank you for that, Miss Dumerville. Thank you for that. Thank you for that. That's good. Okay, so let me go here. Let me see here. What else we got here? Let me hear this, Miss Carville. You just bringing all this. Ooh. Some women want to do the work, but sometimes it's hard when these men have been hurt and we have to fight through what someone else has done, vice versa. That's a good statement.
Ooh,
that's a good statement.
But here's the thing.
Come on.
That's the emotional intimacy.
Absolutely.
Because we want you to love us past our pain. We want you to love us past our ego. We want you to love us past our faults. And trust me, when you love us past that, you're going to get all of that. And I'm talking about all of that man. You're going to get every inch of that man, all of him, the way God intended it.
Right.
And see, a lot of people don't understand, but I'm going to go back to when the women were talking. The women were talking about the love making between a husband and a wife when they know their roles, they know why they were created, they know their purpose, and they understand what God did when he made woman and man.
Right.
See, sex between a woman and man before marriage, that's not under God, is just sex. But sex under God, the way God created it, and you are naked with one another, and God is in the middle, and you're intimate with God first, man, it can't even be described.
Okay, so now this is where I'm going. All right, I want to talk with this here because this is very, very, very important. Hold on a second, I got tangled up here. I'm sorry about that, you all. I apologize for that. Got so excited, got all tangled up. But let me bring it down a little bit. And I'm going to take it back to the beginning. I'm going to take it back to the beginning. And I'm going to give my testimony. I'm going to give my testimony. Because I want the ladies to understand where I'm coming from. Now, if you're already married, then my best thing I'm going to say is the best thing for you to do is that you're going to have to trust God. And I would encourage you to go back and listen to what the ladies had to say on the last broadcast. If you go back and listen to that and you take that and apply, because listen, what these ladies share, this is proven. This is proven suggestions, recommendations, or whatever it may be, however you may want to term it, even from a single perspective. Okay, Miss Carolyn, she was singing. Of course, I say some of you may feel differently just because she said that she was a divorcee and she's a single lady. That may not be in the platform, but she does have marriage experience. She had pointed out that she was married for 10 years, so she had marriage experience. But I'm sure this time around, though, she's doing it the right way. She's pursuing it the right way. So now, well, I think it did get hot in the kitchen, I guess, huh? So this is what I want to give my testimony. I'm going to say what's happening, ladies. The reason that you cannot find the right man, if this does not apply to you, as the old folks used to say, if the shoe don't fit, don't try to wear it. Don't try to wear it. Now, if you already married, again, as I stated, and you having some issues in your relationship, then go back and watch that. And I guarantee you, if you were to apply what these ladies have said, first of all, you have to be humble enough to do whatever it takes in order to save your marriage. Yes. You have to be humble enough to trust God. And then, you know what? Let me say this here. And that's another thing too. Let me stay on point. Let me stay on point with what I want to say. Okay. Ladies, I'm talking to the ladies. I'm talking to the ladies. Now, men, also, we got some work to do too. But ours is simple. I'm going to get to that. Ladies, the best thing that you can do is this. Number one, stop looking for him, that man, that husband. Now, I might get some pushback, but I don't care. Because I'm going to give you a testimony that's a true fact. I'm not talking about what I think or what I heard or what I read. I'm talking about what I know and what I lived. Stop trying to tell God what kind of man you want. Now, somebody may say, well, we are supposed to be specific. Okay, yes. But you don't know what kind of man that you need, but God does. So if you let God do it, then guess what? You would get the right man for you. And guess what? He may not always come in the package in which that you expect. Now, when I married my wife, when I got with my current wife, because when I got with my current wife, y'all got to hear me out. I'm gonna help you all. Because see, some of y'all, ladies, he got to be tall, he got to be dark, he got to have a six-pack, oh, he got to have six-stack, he got to have a good paying job, he got to pray, he got to be able to take care of me and provide for me. Child, honey, he ain't got a good job. Man, listen, man, he don't even know how to dress. What I look like being with him? He don't even know how to dress. Oh, he this, he that. Everything is negative. Everything is negative. He got to be, a stack this long. But what are you? Let me stay on. Let me stay on track. Because I got to get. Okay, so when I met, now I spent 4 times. I made decisions 4 times doing it my way, and doing it my way got me nothing but pure hell. I'm gonna be. Listen, I'm not ignoring. I am not ignoring your comments, please, but I got to stay focused here because we got to close this show in about 15 minutes. I spent, I don't know how many umpteen years doing marriage my way, okay? And all it got me was hell. Now, all the time, now, fast forward it to my wife. When I got with my wife, at that time, I was running from her because I didn't want no more relationship. I had been through, and I'm not knocking none of the women that I was married to. The fault wasn't with them. The fault was that fact that I'm sure they were good women, but the fault was the fact that I did it my way instead of doing it God's way. And by me not doing it God's way, that's what got me in trouble. Yeah. But this time around, though, bro, this is what I did. I was like, man, I'm done with this here. But when I made up my mind that I was going to be a man that instead of pursuing a skirt, now this might help some of your brothers out there too. Instead of pursuing that bad girl, instead of pursuing, I got to have a woman in my life. But when I made up my mind that I was going to pursue God and God only, it was going to be about me, God, and my children at the time, because I was a single father with 3 children at the time, babies. When I made up my mind that that's what I was pursuing, then guess what God was doing? Because guess what? There was some stuff in me that needed to be fixed first. And what that was is that I had to recreate the type of relationship with God so that he can make me and allow me to be the man that I am today. In the meantime, so when I got with my wife that I'm with now, bless her heart, man, I love this woman. I love this woman. Let me tell y'all something. So we were talking after their broadcast, and I asked her a question. I said, well, baby, why did you choose me? Because I had nothing. Ladies, y'all hear me? What y'all see today, this wasn't 17 years ago. When I met my wife and I started dating, I was unemployed, barely self-employed. Yeah, I'm gonna talk to y'all now. I had an old raggedy van that the children, if I had to take them to school, they want me to drop them down a block off from the school so that the classmates won't see them getting out the van that I was driving.
Oh, Lord.
I had nothing. I didn't have a house. You all hear me? I had nothing that you all would consider me to be a man worthy of a woman. But I asked my wife, I'm like, but why did you marry me? Why did you choose me? Why did you decide that you wanted to be with me? And you know what she said to me? She said, because what I saw that you had a love for God. And she said, I said, yeah, yeah. And she said, yeah, and you had your children. She said, but you also had vision. Because when we would talk, I would listen to you, what you would say, and what you wanted out of life. And I'm like, you know what? I can connect with that. I can help him. I can help him.
Wow.
She took nothing. Of course, what God had led her, but she'd tell you even herself, she wasn't looking for a relationship. Her pursuit was for God. I'm gonna let you respond, bro. I hate to have you sitting there, man, but let me finish this.
I got you. I'm listening.
Her pursuit, she was once in a relationship, and it wasn't going because she wanted to be married. She didn't want to be out there doing those things that most unmarried women do. So what I'm saying to you ladies, listen, if you want to, first of all, you got to close your legs. If you're giving it to them, shame on you. Because you're stepping out of the will of God, and God not pleased with that. And you can't expect, first of all, in order for him to fix what the mess that you've created, you got to come out of it. You got to want to come out of it.
Yeah.
You got to want to come out of it. And today you all, the house that we live in, that's valued to almost $400,000. I got that on my own, you all. I don't live paycheck to paycheck like I used to. Every vehicle I own is mine. It may be old, but it's mine. I don't want for anything. Anything. Yeah, we had help along the way. And I appreciate everyone that helped. But let me tell you something. What I'm trying to say here. Let me show you, let me go here biblically. Adam had God. That's all he had. And he had a vision. That's how he was able to name all the animals in this here, because he saw vision through God's eyes. That's what my wife saw in me. So he said, so when he created Eve, he said, Eve, I want you to help this man. We need help now. I want you to help him in what I have instilled in him to become the man that I have ordained him to be. And that's what my wife did for me. But no, I wasn't perfect. I was not perfect, but I believe that I had the things that was most important in a man that a man need, and that is God and a vision.
And she incubated the vision.
Yes, she did. Yes, she did. And let me tell you something. This is the thing. This is the thing. Our pastor told us a couple of years ago that God showed him that man have the strength, women have the influence. Yep. So what my wife did is that she took my vision and she influenced it. Yep. She gave birth to it. Oh, help me somebody. But no, you all don't want to do that because y'all feel that it's beneath you if I do that. So if you want a man, don't look for the materialistic things that he have. I'm sure my wife on it. If I'm wrong, then my wife will correct me. Don't look for them. Y'all need to stop looking for materialistic things in a man and how he look and how he shaped. Let me tell you something. If you was starving, because I wrote a poem, I was trying to find the poem, but if you was starving and the only thing that was in the store was a can of corn that was bent, you mean to tell me you're not going to buy that can of corn just because it's bent?
It's a great analogy.
You're not going to buy? It's the last can of corn and you hungry. You're not going to buy that can of corn because the can is bent? It's not what's on the outside, it's what's on the inside. And that's what you got to look at. Does that man have a vision, and does that man love God? That's it, you all. You ain't got to worry about nothing else. If you pursue that, look for that. First of all, while you in the wait, as the ladies pointed out last week, serve God. Make God your husband.
Amen. Don't
be a bad girl. Don't be sitting hanging out on the street corner, waiting on the first man that comes along that gives you some attention. If that man comes along and gives you attention, what you need to do, listen, hey, brother, do you love God? Now, he may say, yeah, I love God, but the proof is in the pudding.
Yeah.
I'm going to say, wait, one more point, and then I'm going to let you respond, bro. I have 2 daughters that are married and 1 daughter-in-law. And I posed the question to them, asking them, when you got with your now husband, what were you pursuing in him the most? And every one of them said they had a passion for God and ambition or vision. They have great marriages. Ladies, I'm trying to help you. Along with the fact, all 3 of them, they had a solid, even if they were babies in Christ, I guess you say young in Christ. I'm gonna phrase it that way. They still had a love for God themselves. Come on, bro. Ladies, am I helping you? Let me see here. You want to smile, bro? Go ahead, man.
Yeah, I'm just gonna say this. I'm gonna quote a R&B singer, Neo. He said, "I'm good all by myself, but I'm a force when we're together. Baby, I'm good all by myself, but baby, you make me better. My wife made me better, spiritually, mentally, and physically. When I got with her, I didn't even know how to pray. She taught me how to pray. She literally taught me how to pray the word, so now she can't stop me from praying. So it's those things. She was my helpmeet. She was my completion. And that's what you all have to be, women. You have to complete that man.
That's your assignment, ladies. That's your assignment. That is your assignment. We can avoid broken marriages, broken relationships, if you understand your assignment. My wife, let me add. My wife had all types of opposition, people in her ear, friends and families telling her, no, you don't want to get with him. Why you want to get with Lionel? He ain't got nothing. He ain't got this. He ain't that. Yes. But she didn't listen to what they said. She was listening to what God said. What if she had to listen to what God said? I would never, I believe wholeheartedly, I still would have been a broken man because I was broken. I was broken. Listen, y'all don't understand what broke is. When I got with my now wife, I was a man who was broken. Talking about broken, man. I was broke. But if she had to listen to what everybody else was saying, I'd probably still be broke. Father's Note probably wouldn't even be in existence right now today, talking to you, beautiful people and viewers. And she was probably still be looking for a man as well. But I tell her, I made joke with her. I said, baby, you can say whatever you want to say. You can kick me out, but I'm going to get me a lounge chair. I'm going to park it right outside in the front yard, and 100 men can come in through this house, but you're not going to find one better than me. I just tell her like it is. But she my rib. She my rib. She fit perfectly for me. But she was willing to do exactly what was on this list that some of you all struggle with. She was willing to submit to the vision that God had in me. She was willing to respect the man of God that I am. I know y'all gonna say, Ms. Carvel, let me see here. Because we get ready to get off of here. Let's see. We can love you, but you gotta love yourself too. And that's my whole point. That's my whole point. When you show us a spark, that's when we will be all those things you want, but you got to show us something too. Don't put all that in us, because you are still the head. We have all these things, but it can never come to fruition without the man showing us something. Wait a minute. I said that.
Yeah.
I believe I said that.
Yeah, you did.
I acknowledge the brothers. Brothers, listen, I'm telling you, if you want a good woman, even if you're in a marriage right now and it ain't going so, man, get your eyes and your attention off your wife and go to God.
Yeah.
Go to God. Pursue God more. That's the key. That is the key to everything. We got to go back to what God has designed, because we ain't doing a good job doing it our way or doing it without him. Help me out, bro. We got about 3 minutes before we shut this thing down.
I agree with you wholeheartedly, man. I'm gonna put my wife out there real quick. When we first got together, my wife used to yell at me sometimes, and she used to go opposite of what I wanted.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and I know she was a little upset because, you know, when she told me, you know, showed me how to pray, I put God on. I always went to God about her, and I leave it alone. And see, now I don't have to go to God about it, because that kind of correction, you don't want to wrestle with God, because you're gonna lose every time.
Right.
You know, so if that is an issue, fellas, put God on. You go to God, because that's the first relationship you should have. That's the intimate relationship you should have. And once you have that relationship, the relationship with your wife is going to fall right in line.
My wife made this comment, but a lot of men out here today don't want to commit. All they want is sex. That's what the young ladies are telling me. Then don't give it to them.
Yep, don't give it to them. Abstain.
Don't give it to them. It's that simple. If you are giving it up, it's because you want it to. You're falling into the trap. And then also, if you're having those type of relationships with a man that is not your wife, that's according to not your husband, shall I say, excuse me, according to how God is designed, guess what? You're opening yourself up to all types of soul ties. And then you still wonder why you confused and crazy. We got to shut this down. And Miss Carville, I apologize. You said I got it late. Okay. Because I was on the roll. I wasn't trying to ignore all the comments. I wanted to make sure that I get to all of them. Let me see. Let me see here. Where's that at? Mr. Carville Jr. Let me see. No, not there. Where you at, y'all? You say we help balance. Listen, and that's another subject matter. We do balance each other, because where I'm weak at, my wife gives me strength. Where my weak is at, I give her strength. That's what I call opposite attract. We got to go, man. We've been on here a long time. Hey, listen, ladies, I wasn't trying to drop too much on y'all, but I'm just trying to help y'all out in the fast. We only got an hour, and I want to help you all. This Carville, leave me alone. Leave it alone. Let me see. My wife, yeah, let's see. So where are the men that don't just want the sex? They out there. Listen, we got a man problem, and it's real simple. We got a lot of men. They are wayward because they have walked away from God. It's that simple. It's not as complicated as we may think it is. It's simple. And ladies, again, put yourself first. Commit to the Lord. Everybody telling us to keep going, man, but we got to shut it down, because we got we have Let's Talk Marriage podcast. I don't know if y'all on tonight. Are y'all on tonight with the Carvels? So we don't want to run into their time. See, I'm with your wife. Listen to your wife. Keep going. No, we got to shut it down. Hey, I hope y'all got something out of it. If we got something out of it, hey, let us know in the comments, okay? Let us know in the comments. If y'all got something out of this here, let us know in the comments. But this has been good. You got any last sayings, bro, so we can shut this down? Hey, yeah, go ahead, bro.
No, I was about to say love y'all. Thank you for tuning in.
All right. Okay, so next week, ladies, we are going to have See, dang, my computer shut down on me. I let it shut down on me. And, but let me see here. If I could bring this right back up real quick here. Yeah. All right, come on here. Where you at? Yeah. Here we go. Yeah. All right. So anyway, ladies and gentlemen, thank you. Next week we're gonna have the one and only Bishop James Wright. He's gonna be a guest on our show, and he's gonna be talking about father and daughter's heart. He's gonna be on talking about this. I watched this brother, and he has such a beautiful relationship with his daughters, and I think that's something that I thought it would be good content to bring to you all. So we're going to he's going to be our guest next week, son. So tune in then. Yeah, let me see. Man, bro.
Oh, they gonna bring the questions.
Let me see here. Okay, that was good. We need more. All right. You signing off? I see how this is. No, it's just all respect for people's time and everything else. Let me see. We need part 2, man and woman co-host. Okay. Maybe
that would be great.
Yeah, maybe we can work that out. Let me see. Any candidates out there? Any candidates? Malik said, what is the podcast on which platform? I don't quite understand your question there, Malik. Whoever answered that question. I don't understand that question. Let's say. Okay. Hey, we got to go. Hey, thank you all so much again for tuning in. I hope that I didn't, well, anyway, you know what? Put me in the couch. Hey, listen, it was fun tonight. I hope we said something tonight that was very helpful, on the serious side. And I'm talking about realness, man, realness. And it is something I learned. Again, I had to take my eyes off the ladies, look for ladies, brothers. I had to stop looking for a woman. I did. Because at one time in my life, I was like, man, I can't live. I felt as a man, I could not live as a man without a woman. And I realized that was a lie I kept telling myself. That was a lie that I kept telling myself. I realized that no, all I need is God in my life, and let him direct me. And by him directing me, then, he will fix everything else that was in my life. And I can tell you right now, stop looking at the bent can of corn. All right. And if that's the man that God is connecting you with, hey, go ahead on and turn that stove on and crack that corn open and fix you a meal. All right. Oh, Lord, y'all need to stop. Really? Y'all try to keep me on here. I ain't gonna let y'all keep me on here. We get ready to sign off, man. We're getting ready to sign off here. Hey, listen, we appreciate you all. This has been a great month. Thank you so much, Mr. Ken. I hope, man, I ain't talk too much, man.
No problem, bro.
Thank you. But hey, listen, he's going to be our co-host with our Kingdom Man podcast. We're going to be releasing it in June around Father's Day. That's our target date. And we're going to release our Kingdom Man podcast. It's going to be directed strictly toward men. So we're going to ask that you request your prayers for that it goes well according to how God would have it to go. And again, thank you all so much. This has been a fun month. I want to thank the Halls for this month of February where we celebrate love. I want to thank the Halls with Real Love Ministries. Also, the Jones, the newlyweds, Talisha and Desmond Jones, for their coming on the show. I want to thank my wife and the beautiful ladies that was on our show last week, and I want to give thanks to you as well, brother. And to all of our viewers, hey, we'll see you next week. Have a good night.
What is love? Is it sweet chocolates and a romantic dinner? What is love? Is it long strolls on the beach or hiking up a large mountain? What is love? Is it what we can see, touch, feel? Or is it something more intangible? What is love? Love is God. and God is love. As men and women of God, it's our duty, no, our privilege to search love out and to walk in love. Why? Because love is the greatest force of all.